Grief curve is shaped like a U. It's very steep, up and down, And I did it because I'm kind of I'm not kind of I'm a very analytical guy, and I like visual stuff. I'm more of a visual learner probably than tactile or audible learner. But I needed something to kind of understand where I was at with it, right? And I thought in the very early stages of this, I wanted to write a book, and it was called Grief Killer. All right, and that's where the grief curve came from. I'll never publish that book, by the way, because what it ended up being my rant. It ended up being my primal therapy, my primal scream therapy, basically. When I go back and read it now, I kind of cringe, but for me, it was necessary at the time. I was going through the process of feeling the feelings without realizing I was feeling the feelings, and that was part of how I processed and part of how I got through them. But in the middle of this, I also created this grief curve because I wanted the graphic representation of where I needed to understand where I was, and more importantly, I needed to understand where I could go. Okay. And so when you're looking at the grief curve, as you look at it, the left-hand side is the slide down from the point of death in my case, or the point of loss, down to the bottom to what I call the pit. And the pit is where the gray zone is. The pit is where apathy, depression, angst, no desire, all that stuff lives. And a lot of people get stuck in that pit. It's kind of like the La Brea tar pits out in LA, right? When the dinosaurs fell into it and couldn't get back out. That's what it feels like when you're in that thing. It's hard to get out. And to climb out, the climb out curve on the right is also very steep. And you can get there. And I knew I could get there. But I remember clearly when I designed that grief curve, I was talking to myself and wondering, man, am I ever going to get out of here